Paul Brown Stadium has proven to be a huge home field advantage for the Bengals this season. They not only went undefeated at home for the first time in 25 seasons, but outscored their 8 opponents there by an average 17.6 points per game, including 24 per game over the last 5 home games. One of the big reasons for the success, according to the players, is the fans, which is why defensive end Carlos Dunlap is hoping Sunday's playoff game against San Diego will be a sellout.
We feed off of our fans. That's why we want everyone to come out, and I can't believe it's not sold out yet. We need to get these tickets sold, and I'm holding everybody to it. Come on out. We need the 12th man to come out there and be as loud as possible, make it as hard on Philip Rivers as we can. And, you know, I'm going to feed off it, and I'm going to show back and return the favor.
Sunday's game is still far from a sellout, but if it does, you can watch the game on Local 12 at 1 o'clock. And whether you attend in person or watch the game, you'll get a chance to see a Bengals defense orchestrated by coordinator Mike Zimmer that finished the regular season ranked number 3 in the NFL in fewest yards allowed, the team's best ranking since finishing first in 1983.
I think having the players and they hear the same message, you know, from the first day I walked in here till last week, you know, I'm preaching the same message all the time about whether it's this technique or that technique, or, you know, making sure everybody's accountable and on the same page. You know, I think that's important, and having guys that understand those things.
And it won't be surprising to see Zimmer on the short list of candidates for the numerous head coaching jobs that are now open. They call it Black Monday in the NFL the day after the regular season ends, and many coaches whose teams didn't make the playoffs get fired. 4 got the axe today. Former Bengals defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier in Minnesota, Washington's Mike Shanahan, Tampa's Greg Schiano, and Detroit's Jim Schwartz. Cleveland's Rob Chudzinski was fired on Sunday, and Houston's Gary Kubiak was let go a little over a week ago. The UC basketball team will make history on Wednesday when the Bearcats host SMU in their first American Athletic Conference game. It'll mark the 6th different league for UC. One of those earlier leagues was the Missouri Valley Conference, and one of the players who helped the Bearcats win a title in that league in 1958 and earn its first NCAA tournament berth was Connie Durking. And it's with a heavy heart we report Durking has passed away. His daughter Cammie, of course, is a part of the Local 12 family. Connie Durking was once traded for the great Wilt Chamberlain, recalled having his best NBA game ever against Wilt in Cincinnati Gardens as a member of the Cincinnati Royals.
We were playing the Philadelphia 76ers right here in this building, and Wilt Chamberlain was on the team then. And I had my best game of my NBA career that particular evening. I think I scored 45 points against Wilt.
After rallying from a 9-point first-half deficit and leading by 4 early in the second half, NKU fell in its Atlantic Sun opener tonight at Florida Gulf Coast, 60-56. Florida Gulf Coast, of course, made the Cinderella run to the NCAA Sweet 16 last year and has several key players back from that team. Freshman Cole Murray led NKU with 12 points off the bench. NKU plays at Stetson on Wednesday. Former Aiken High School product Shane Bohannon was already on thin ice at Louisville after being suspended in the preseason and getting kicked out of the dorms as well. Now, today he's kicked off the team for good for what head coach Rick Pitino said was a violation of university policy. Bohannon's a junior, and if he transfers to another Division I school, he would have less than a season's eligibility remaining. Xavier plays its first Big East game tomorrow at home against St. John's at noon. Today, junior center Matt Stainbrook was selected Big East Player of the Week after he had 21 points and 10 rebounds in Saturday's win over Wake Forest. UC senior forward Justin Jackson was named American Athletic Conference Player of the Week for the 2nd straight week. He averaged 17 points and 11.5 rebounds in wins over Chicago State and Nebraska. And Kentucky freshman James Young was named SEC Freshman of the Week. He had 18 points and 10 rebounds against Louisville. The Ohio State Buckeyes are 13-0 on the season, but still ranked number 3 in the latest AP Top 25 poll. As both number 1 Arizona, which got 60 of 65 first-place votes, and number 2 Syracuse are also still unbeaten. The Buckeyes play at Purdue tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Kentucky moved up to number 15 after its win over Louisville on Saturday, where the Cards slipped from 6th to 14th.